Well, um, this one is like more topical. It's
Okay.
it's happened semi recently. We're a little late. I mean, it happened in yeah, we're a few days late, but like that's kind of what I was thinking is I like to I'd like to shine a light on little performances and things that are like interesting in some aspect, kind
Mm-hmm.
of like we were doing with the jazz one.
Right.
But with the jazz one, it's it's definitely more like there's an element of some comedy there.
Inherent comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know where the comedy is here, but it's pretty interesting.
I mean,
The
it
angle.
doesn't need to be comedy
Yeah, yeah,
necessarily. It could just be whatever reason you
yeah,
find it interesting.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're just gonna play this, but basically, this is the Grammys that was on the first of the month, and so it's just a few days ago, so we're a little late,
Oh, this
but
is like that recent.
this is that Grammys,
I haven't paid attention to the
and
Grammys since I was in high
again,
school, so I have
and
no
you really
idea.
shouldn't have, and again, I'm aware of this purely because of like it popping up on my feed, but in truth, like this isn't about us like uh, even covering the Grammys, because my point of view is that generally speaking, most award shows are a joke, and
Hmm.
they're like almost always rigged in some way.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I pay way more attention to like the game awards and stuff like that,
I
but
haven't
like
paid attention, but I would say that I would more likely pay attention to the Game Awards. Like I don't know, like is it
yeah,
E3
it
or what is it?
it's no longer E3,
Hmm.
and it's now it's a new thing, and it's essentially it was meant to be an improvement and ended up being pretty much the exact same thing all over again.
Complete
You know,
lateral
like
move.
so like I watched them. I'm invested because there might be an important like upcoming game title that
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to,
Hmm.
and that's where it gets announced generally.
Yeah.
But they are, and there's sometimes cool performances like live music acts and stuff that will get hired,
I
or
only
it's like
see I only see the bad
associated with game.
I only see the bad performances. Like like the dude who
The
played some instrument really badly, some Japanese instrument.
Yeah, well, there's always one like character musician. It's just steals the show for good or for better or worse.
Yeah.
But honestly, this isn't about. I'd like to discuss the whole like the awards shows and stuff with you, sure. But
Hmm.
it's actually just about this performance
Oh, okay.
and the nature of the relationship this between the crowd here, who you can imagine it's the Grammys, so it's like it's a bunch of corporates, stuffs, and fucking elite, like
Yeah,
you know,
executives and
all the execs, all the fucking, like people who probably have vested interests and stuff.
yeah, your
Uh,
like your David
and
Geffens and all those kind of characters.
yeah, and I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's just jump into it, and then we can discuss it a little bit more. And if you want me to pause, just let me know and I'll pause it.
Cool.
Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
These next
Go.
performers personify modern metal with intensity, precision, and emotional weight. Nominated this year for Best Metal Performance, please give a rock and roll welcome
Rock
to
and roll.
Spiritbox.
I'm Jonathan
I'm a big
Ross.
fan. I'm Jonathan Ross, and I'm a big fan of rock and roll. I ordered a rock and roll sushi roll once.
A
I
wok
did.
lobster, wok and roll sushi.
This is the second time watching this now, so like I was looking forward to that little flub of his little rock and roll thing. Okay, so kicking it off with you all
Do you
deserve
wanna,
each
do you
other.
wanna hit
which is-
pause?
Sure, yeah,
I mean, so far the band sounds tight. Like, you know,
yeah.
it's heavy. It's like all on the, they're all locked in. Not
Locked
bad.
in, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Like, I have some prior knowledge of the band, but it's like you can tell right out the gate they're ready and they're on the ball. They're seeming. I don't know how they warm up prior to like before a performance. Like how do they do that kind of stuff? The timing of it. But yeah,
But
shall I?
everyone practices with metronomes. That's how they do that. But I, I do
And
also
vocal
think.
warm ups, like
Oh yeah,
especially with the
they've
screaming
got all
and
those
stuff.
like diaphragm exercises and things like that.
Mm,
So make sure that you're
fucking
singing with
insane.
your diaphragm and not your throat, so you don't like blow out your cords and stuff.
Just
Um,
pass out on stage.
but
Yeah.
I do want to say that they do kind of look like your stereotypical like metal cringe lords in a way, like a modern
Okay.
updated version. But they're good at what they
Yeah.
do. That they're very good at what they do. I have to
Yeah.
I have to preface this to saying I have developed a little bit of a distaste for metal cringe lords in the last couple of. Oh, it's always been there since high school.
I think it's always been there.
I've always had a bit of a distaste for them. I went
It
to high
was
school with a lot of them. That's why.
same. We were in this probably around the same times that we were
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting those guys.
Oh, for sure.
But
Yeah.
that's so the thing is, right? I'm 100% with you there, and that was what put me off really being enthusiastic about the metal
Hmm.
scene or genre, the community, whatever.
Let me tell you.
Because it's like
Yeah.
back then, people like it was just dickheads in high school. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
guitar dickheads
That was
and
100% my experience.
and
Like,
cringe lords. You know,
I
like
I absolutely moved away from metal in high school. Like I got
it's
it was part of the reason I got so into like blues and jazz and things like that. It was just like
no
distancing myself
same.
from these cringe lords, you know.
I did the
Um,
same thing. Really, like
I only really got back into metal in university when I was in my old band, Unhep Cats, and
yeah,
Rob was like, "Dude, you need to listen to Meshuggah." And I was like, "All right, I'll check them out." And then I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
I'm back
yeah.
on the I'm back on the metal bandwagon."
Yeah, it's about finding the good stuff
Yeah, but I mean,
and
even the good stuff has like cringy, shitty fans. And what I was gonna say
sure,
is
yeah, yeah.
what I've taken to doing is, especially with metal bands, I don't want to see them before I hear them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't want to
That
be
I
put off
agree
by
with
looking at them.
actually. I generally don't ever want to see a band.
Yeah.
Almost always, and it's very true with metal and rock bands. It's better to first acquire like to build an interest, and then you can like explore them if you're interested.
I'm not
Check
sure
out
what it
their
is about.
OnlyFans page.
I'm not sure. Yeah, dude. Like, what's that guy? The lead vocalist from Attila. He's like
Yeah.
he's an OnlyFans dude as well. Um, but
So
I mean,
yeah,
imagine
so
that
this
you're
guy
like,
is.
but can you imagine that like your favorite singer is like out there like
Mm.
swinging cock on camera? It's so
I
strange.
can. Well, like I can't believe that that's where we were at.
The
But
only
at
ones
this
I
point,
the
yeah.
only ones I know of though are him and oh man, I don't know if I should ruin this. Maybe you know about this, or maybe this should. I'm just gonna say it. Robert Fripp
Who's Robert Fripp?
Yeah.
Who's that?
from King Crimson,
Oh, okay. Is it the lead? Is that the
the
lead?
main guy, the guitarist.
But he's old now, right?
Oh yeah, and so is his wife.
Oh no. They're a couple. They're a couple on what OnlyFans or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing. That is very unexpected.
yeah.
I do like King Crimson. I
Oh,
do
dude, I
enjoy
love
some
King
of his
Crimson.
songs. Yeah.
Dude, I've got so many. Well, not so many. Actually, I do have quite a few. It's probably the band that I have the most vinyls of.
Yeah. Look, it's tough out there. You know, you gotta make a
I've actually got
you gotta make a
I've
living.
actually got a King Crimson vinyl on my wall at all times.
But okay, so back to the video.
Hmm.
This dude who's now at this point, after looking at this frame for so long, he started to look like a young Noel Gallagher or something. I in wearing like in disguise, wearing a cringe lord, like emo cringe lord
Yeah.
denim.
Yeah, I will
like,
say my cringe
denim
lord
fit.
comment was mostly based on him and the singer.
And I would agree, like with this. I'm not 100% there with this choice. I think this was ill advised. It
This is
yeah.
this is fine for Halloween. You know,
Yes, I was gonna say it seems like a dad. No, it seems like a. It seems
it's
like
elder
a kind of
millennial.
a.
It's elder millennial. That's what it is. When millennials get to a certain age, they start doing weird cringe shit like this. You know,
Yeah,
they bring out their Fallout Boy merch and their Jack Skellington tattoos, and their cankles.
yeah. The Jack Skellington fan, like it was like as big as Hello Kitty back then.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like,
It was like the girls who were too dark and twisted for
yeah,
Hello Kitty. You know, they would all have like
yeah.
Emily the Strange or
And
Jack Skellington.
oh yeah. So, but not to go off on too much of a tangent because so this guy I'm not vibing with.
Not
I
at
like
all. No.
I I know what the lead singer tends to like her like fashion sense, and this is pretty much that.
Yeah.
But him, I don't know the band as that well. Like I don't know who's who, and he looks like he, yeah, it looks like he got this from his other elderly dad. You know, he's borrowing this for the occasion. Or so. Yeah, it's a bad choice.
You know what I
Bad
think
choice.
he's doing though is he's trying to avoid the female lead singer syndrome. You know, where they become the band. Like, describe one other person in Evanescence other than Amy Lee.
No one knows. The knowledge has been lost to time.
Yeah, exactly. That's like
Scholars have
that was
long since
burned down from the
debated.
Library of Alexandria. No one knows who those guys are.
Scholars have long since debated upon the existence of a mythical additional member to Evanescence, one outside of the known Amy Lee.
So yeah,
Like,
this guy's trying to avoid that by like standing out in
so
the worst way.
I mean, I again, like, I don't. So all I am aware of is that there's a that she is she's married, dating one of the members, and they're kind of the core of the group.
I
Whether
see.
this is that guy or her dad, I don't know. you know, but let's get through it because I have a little something afterwards. But yeah, so
All
the
right.
importantly, let me just mention the lyrics because you might not probably catch all of them.
No, I doubt I will.
It's essentially the core lyric will be like, "You all deserve each other," and the dissolution of your soft spine.
You all deserve each
Your
other, the dissolution of your soft spine. All right.
your God will sort you out. Your God will sort you when you die. So let's just proceed with the song.
All right.
Let's just go right ahead. I just want you to get the angle of the lyrics.
Just pause real quick.
Yeah.
In a lot of metal bands that are fronted by female vocalists, I'm usually like, how is that voice coming out of that person, right?
Yeah.
But she's like, she's probably the most masculine vocalist I've ever seen, like female fronting a metal band. So it just looks
She's-
it looks natural. It doesn't throw me off at all.
so you
Which
know
is
Poppy,
unfortunate because
right?
half the fun of watching a female vocalist in a metal band is the shock of like, whoa, how is that person making that sound? I mean,
So,
even
yeah.
with some male vocalists like the dude from Lorna
Yeah.
Shore, he's like a little twink, and then he makes these like demonic like growls, like absolute guttural, you know.
A twink, as in like a tinky? Is that a version of a tinky that never came out in South Africa?
Well, you know, Twinkie is the original name. Tinky is what we call it for legal reasons. But
It's funny that the original Twinkies never had any kind of like controversy based on the name and like, you know, getting cancelled because it's just like too close to the slur. It's like Never dawned on me, but yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
I hear you.
Like she's more masculine
she
than Will Ramos
she's
is.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like she's built like she looks to me like she's built for like WWE or something. You know? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's pretty she's pretty strong. But I hear you
But
with
that's why.
this.
But that's why
That
her
used to
husband.
be the
That's why her
thing.
husband isn't more famous than her. She's like, "Fuck you, get out of here, man."
Yeah, she's just like beating him in the back of the backstage. She's just like
Yeah,
beating him down, keeping
yeah.
him in his place.
You know, a lot of times you
Uh,
hear these stories about these bands that are romantically involved, and there's always this dude that's domineering and abusing this woman. But there's a battered husband backstage in this band.
I don't know, didn't like specifically. We can bring it up now and like look up the names of the members and stuff.
I'm not
But yeah,
that interested in it, but yeah.
we don't need to be like getting into the personal of it, like the details of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know if it's like it's. I actually don't know. I imagine it's probably with the Billie Eilish and her brother. What's his name? Simon something. Phineas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon. Phineas, Simon. Yeah. But with them, there's this kind of like this one's more like musically orientated. That's where their creative contribution is, and then the other one's the performer kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what the setup is here. It could be a balance, but
Yeah, I
um,
imagine it's probably
but
he
I
writes
think
the
he's on
majority
guitar.
I was gonna say he's either the guitarist or the
He's
bassist.
not the drummer. Yeah, he's one of the two guys up front, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
And he probably writes
Uh,
the majority of the instrumental stuff. And then,
And
you know,
yeah,
she
she's
does
the face
vocals
of the
and
band.
lyrics.
She's the face of the band. So you essentially you don't see anyone else anyways. And that's probably part of the whole, approach, the branding, the
Of course,
marketing
yeah,
strategy,
yeah.
whatever. But
Whether they wanted
uh,
that or not, their record label would definitely have pushed that.
yeah, yeah, I mean, are they I don't know what their situation is, but so shall we try and get through it?
Yeah, yeah, let's go on.
Keep going. Okay.
Pause quickly.
So
Yeah,
yeah, go
I,
for
I
it.
do like the chaotic nature of the. You know, between the chugs, they've got a lot of these like kind of things going on.
It's a
I always like that.
fast-paced one.
I know it's very played out these days to make all those kinds of noises, but I always think it sounds cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, I'd not heard this song until like seeing the performance this time. So like of the songs of theirs that I know, this isn't one of them, but I do know that apparently this is one of their heavier songs, or one of their more like it's the track that they will play and then dedicate to the people that should go fuck themselves kind of thing. It's like their fuck you track or something.
yeah.
So I guess for
It
them,
basically sounds like you're gonna die and God's gonna send you to hell. It's
it,
kind of the vibe I'm getting.
yes, yeah, exactly. Because I mean, hearing it the first time, I didn't clock the lyrics. I'm not really a lyrics guy anyway. Like I'm not always paying attention. But I mean, with screaming, it's a given that you might not catch it.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's just see if we can get through to a specific part. I want you
Okay.
to look out for it. I don't know when it happens, but she's gonna grab the camera,
All right.
and then it ties into the lyric, in which she's sort of calling out certain peoples.
All right.
Oh, and I just wanted to mention the bassist was looking very much like Shavo from System of a Down.
Like a beardless
Like-
Chavo.
The baldness of it all, and the serious headbanging was giving me Shavo vibes. Okay. I just want to pause there quick. So did you see the attempt or the camera spin, but you don't see the full camera because they cut away because she
Oh.
was trying to swing the camera around
Right.
to look at the audience, right?
Yeah, I did
because,
catch that.
Yeah.
But the camera
So,
guy
like,
kind of didn't go for it.
no, he was like they're
Yeah.
having a little like fucking tug of war there.
It kind of ruined
It's
her
not-
moment.
It's kind of not like those WWE cameramen who are always like on the ball. They're willing to engage. In this
Play
case,
along, yeah.
staff is not on your side. So like,
No, dude, this is a
the-
highly structured kind of event, you know? If this guy breaks
Yeah.
a rule, 10 people get
and
fired.
I mean, she probably also didn't even know if the camera would move, so she was just gonna give it a shot. But like, the point being like, the lyric that she was, the lyric that was being sung at the time was, yeah, I hate the ones that love you and those who profit from you. So it was like a kind of like
Those
a,
who profit from you being the
Yeah,
moment when
like-
she would turn the camera, right?
she would turn it at that moment to like sort of put the crowd in view.
Yeah.
Like I understand now, I have hindsight. I know how the audience reacted after the performance, but like
Oh.
in the moment, I would have loved to have fucking seen that footage because you never get that. Like, because at these events, generally the audience look fucking like disappointed, disgruntled, all sorts of bad things that
It's
don't
not a
like
it's not a fun
sell.
environment.
No, because they're actually probably all fucking stressed, or like they're all like, you know what I mean? Like no one wants
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. But you know what
So-
it kind of reminds me of is, have you ever seen $1 Million Extreme Presents World Peace? The Adult
No,
Swim show. Well, it's a sketch comedy show, and they have a sketch called Jews Rock, and it's just like Jews rock, bum 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 bum, bum Jews rock, and it's like a kids show, and they're all like
Yeah.
having fun, and then the camera cuts to the opposite angle where you see all the studio executives just kind of like disinterestedly, Jesus Christ,
Yeah. Got that.
that word. They were sitting there like that, and
Dude.
and
the tongue twister stuff. Like the other day, I stumbled into one with the recording, and it was patented. The previously patented. Like now it's fine, but like
Yeah.
at the time I could not say patented. Patented. Like it's fine now actually, but last time, fuck, I couldn't get it out. It was crazy.
But yeah, I was gonna say, Adult Swim is obviously a lot more permissive than the Grammys are, because the Jews rock joke is a lot more risque than her little, fairly like she thinks it's badass, I think, but it's a very timid call out, like not exactly brave. Like no one is shocked to hear what you're saying. No one is. It's not something that hasn't been said before, or it's not like she's. It's not shocking, and it's not revolutionary, and it's not unique.
Okay. So, okay, cool. So like, let's finish it and then we can get into it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. think that's it, really.
Do you want to growl like Alex Terrible or squeal like Will Ramos, but you just don't have the time to practice? Maybe you have the pipes of a weak baby bitch because you skipped throat day at the gym. Fear no more, we have the solution. Now you can learn how to scream like the best of them and fast track your way to the top. Seize this chance to secure your metal career and lead your band out of the garage and on to success. Introducing the Verismaak Throat Master. Become the master of your throat today. Verismaak Throat Master contains multiple tracks of vocal exercises across 50 state-of-the-art high-tech compact CD discs. After thousands of hours of diving deep into the throats of all your favorite singers, our expert coaches with large tools have developed a scientific method that can boost your natural abilities without any invasive surgeries. At Verismaak, we hear your demands and immediately we set the boffins at Veritech to work round the clock to bring you this marvelous new product. All to bring you the ultimate metal vocal training guide. This program is aimed at accelerating your skills and has proven to show little to no results as of yet. Throatmaster will teach you how to throat as hard as Rob Halford, Chris Barnes, Ozzy Osbourne, Jonathan Davis, Dave Mustaine, Rob Zombie, Alex Terrible, Will Ramos, Marilyn Manson, Nathan Explosion, Corey Taylor, and Engelbert Humperdinck. All your friends will know you as the Throat Goat from now on after you shock them with your nut-busting throat techniques if you purchase the Verismaak Throat Master today. Order now and receive a free Throat Master handheld dilator to achieve maximum resonance and volume. Your life is about to change forever.
Yeah, that
So-
sounds like it.
So like after this, basically, I don't know if it's in this video, but the host basically just like, he comes on and he's like, whoa, well, that was, what did he say? That was fierce AF.
Did you actually say AF?
Yes, he said AF.
God.
And then he said something about like, oh, it's, it's good that we can appreciate all musics styles, across the spectrum. Being like, which is like the weirdest fucking way to phrase it anyway. Like, on the spectrum of dysfunction. Like, what are you getting at here, man? So yeah, man. This is just the actual song, but we don't need to.
Let me just say, like, I'm just thinking about what I said earlier, right?
Yeah.
The point that I'm
And
trying to
there's-
make, the point that I'm
there's
trying to make
still
is
some-
it kind of sounds crazy because I said that after describing the Jews rock thing. You know?
Yeah,
But like,
But yeah,
look at something like what Sinead O'Connor did on Saturday Night Live, when she called out like the Catholic Church. You know, she like tore up a picture of the Pope on TV, or Rage
True.
Against the Machine, who, I mean, we can talk about their hypocrisy another day, but
yeah.
they were pretty like, I can't remember exactly what they did, but I know they got banned from performing on SNL again. Oh, they performed a song about 9/11, no, I think they performed Killing in the Name of, which is about like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
when they
it
were
was
supposed
that.
to perform something like a little less blatantly. Yeah, and I think they had like, I know the music video has like a lot of like fuck George Bush imagery, and I don't know if that one did. I don't know if they had that in the live performance too. Like if they, I think they maybe burned an American flag or something like that.
Yeah,
Which is a lot more insane.
It's more
than
radical
just
for
calling
sure,
out.
yeah.
Yeah. That, I mean, some people could like, if in certain countries that could be like treason, you know?
Yes, yes. Like the stakes are different. Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Okay, so I just wanted to say, so actually, there's a little more to this story. So like that, including sort of the context of the lyrics and stuff. That's really the hook that got me interested. But what is the results of the Grammys? Which again, I don't give a fuck about the Grammys and the
Right.
validity, the credibility. But that's kind of the whole. That's really what I would like to discuss now. Is like,
Yeah. Look, when
essentially
When
because
Jethro Tull beats Metallica for best metal album, you
that's
don't
it.
have.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
perfectly on cue with what I was gonna say. It's like that. This has been decades of this, right? That happened. That was an infamous event, and to this day. So like, let me just quickly clue you up, or just let me like, kind of conclude here with the results of. Essentially, the fact is, right, there was a couple of nominees for the best heavy metal performance, right? And it's the nominees in this case are Dream Theater, Ghost, Sleep Token, and this band called Turnstile, right? And we can like discuss them, but like essentially, Turnstile, didn't know about them myself personally, but they seem to be some sort of a punk band, right?
Oh, I know the
But
name, but I've never heard them. I assumed they were a metal band. I didn't know they were a punk
they're
band.
very much punk, right? But like punk is fine, but here's the issue, right? Is they seem to have won a bunch of awards, beating out other bands that you like that are pretty big and do tour pretty successfully at the moment.
Right.
Like say Deftones, Linkin Park, Youngblood, whatever. But that's what's weird about it really is that they get the they Turnstile, this punk band, get the award for best heavy metal performance, right?
Now, is this a
And
case of
it's
industry
just a
dinosaurs not
testament.
knowing the difference?
Yes,
Okay.
it's just a testament that the fucking the industry dinosaurs don't know shit about probably most music, and specifically they can't figure out the fucking difference between like rock or even alternative rock, maybe country rock, punk, metal. Like at this point, it
Now,
doesn't matter. But
the last
remember,
metal band they listened to was ZZ Top.
yeah, exactly, man. So like we've gone past. It's not the '80s anymore. Like you said, like we've gone past the point where punk and it's punk versus rock, punk versus metal.
Yeah.
No one cares anymore, right?
No, I don't. Well,
So like
I don't think people do.
they shouldn't at least, and it's just it's what's really fucked about this whole thing is essentially just how out of touch, how fucking dumb are these the academy, the whoever the voting panel behind these events. Like if they really wanted people to be like to spark some interest in awards shows again, why not fucking just try just give it
It's
a
not
good
hard. It's not hard
try.
to try.
But they will not fucking try.
But
Like
but okay, wait. So I've never listened to Turnstile, right? But are they like a straight ahead punk band, or are they like hardcore? Because hardcore's got a
I
little bit
wouldn't
of a
say they're
metal kind
hardcore.
of. Oh, not.
They
Okay.
seem pretty formulaic to me.
Okay.
Again, I haven't really like checked them out, but I did hear the song that they
'Cause-
won, which was called Birds. If you want to check it out, it's high energy. It looks pretty formulaic to me. To me they look a little like they look like they won because they're like a very like you know they're family friendly, they're easy to package and
Interesting.
distribute kind of thing.
Okay.
They seem like I don't know, so the
Man,
camp rock of punk bands.
there's
So
actually
like
there's actually a YouTube video I've been meaning to watch that might have prepared me well for this, called "Metal is for Babies Now" or something like that.
yeah. So hear me out, right? So my thing here with this particular why this is interesting to me, again, like fuck the award shows, like it's only interesting in the sense that we just discuss this stuff and like hear each other's opinions, because ultimately I do just want to like I am just interested in what you think, because like in this instance I've got it down here currently. Apparently the Grammys have 3 categories for rock music, 2 for alternative rock, which can include normal rock, whatever that is, your regular staple garden variety rock, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Just
then they
the
just
kind of rock that your dad listens to, you know? The butt
oh,
rock,
shit.
the dad rock, hot dog
Butt
rock.
rock, classic rock, hot dog rock, hot dog flavored water rock, the usual. And then they have one category for metal. Now, should they just include? Is the solution to just include a fucking category for punk rock, so that they don't keep genre,
I don't get.
assigning genres or something?
Yeah.
Because
Uh, and
essentially,
punk is
whoever's
pretty
voting, they don't
broad
know what they're
too.
doing.
You know, like
Yeah, it is. It is.
so it warrants, I think, having its own award.
Yeah, and there's bands that, like in the past, for sure, like bands like say Green Day and Blink-182, they would rake in that kind of a genre category. I'm assuming they did at some point get awards because that's pop punk. It's popular. It's semi mainstream stuff.
Yeah, yeah. What I want to
But
know is, do they still have an award for best urban artist? Which
no,
is basically a way of saying, here's the black.
yes, here is uh the minority, like
Yeah, because it wasn't
the
because that wasn't separated by genre. It was like R&B, neo soul, hip hop, like all in one.
yeah
Anything
yeah.
anything that
It's
was
so
like
fucked.
anything that was like a majority like black dominated genre, all just went into the urban award. I don't know if they still have that. That feels very outdated.
We need to look into that. We should, because that's fucking interesting. I would assume it sounds super outdated, so I think
Yeah.
they would have cleaned that up. But I mean, it's probably no better. It's just that they cleaned it up. Like, there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
difference. But yeah, man. Like, what do you like? Obviously, we're not really like for this kind of this whole like event, this kind of an
Pageantry
organization,
and the
a pageant.
organization.
But I mean, yeah, like I mean, the fucked up aspect about it for me is that you're basic. I mean, like ultimately, whether it be your genre, I think rock included, they tend to be at this point still, um, like, and so many genres essentially, uh, you know, uh, they get less exposure. Like, I mean, I know apparently the rock and metal categories do not get broadcast, like they get cut
Well,
a
I mean,
lot of the time.
those are like legacy genres now. There's nothing really
Yeah.
new and interesting coming out in rock and metal anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
tell me one interesting band in the last 5 years.
I
Maybe
mean,
okay, Polyphia is not bad.
I have, yeah, Polyphia.
I like
Yeah,
Polyphia, but
Polyphia is doing stuff, but for specific reasons. Like
yeah,
they popped off. You know what I mean? Like in a,
yeah,
it's a,
but
it's a
but but
generational thing or
yeah,
something.
and they're specifically taking advantage of the current trends. Like that's their thing. But other than that, I can't think of any interesting metal bands that are out there right now.
I mean,
I'm not saying
can,
I'm not saying they aren't good metal bands. I'm just saying none of them are interesting.
yeah, yeah. So like, I mean, I can definitely name some that I think are great, but like, obviously, it's a given fact that numbers wise, yeah, like mainstream stuff is always gonna have the big numbers. All the the pop artists and stuff. Everyone's gonna um, there's always gonna be tens of millions more listeners if it's like Kendrick Lamar or it's like a Taylor
Yeah,
Swift or
yeah.
something. It's just a given.
But
I think at this point it's like
metal is even small, and rock is they're small now compared to themselves years ago.
oh, of course, yeah. So like that's it. But the thing is, I think it'll become it's something different because I don't think it'll ever be. It's never really gonna be the same as it was back in the day of the peak of 80s metal or
I mean,
something. You know what I
there
mean?
would need to be something radically like landscape changing. Some band would have to come out that does something.
I don't. Yeah, like I mean, the chances of something like that happen, Like, I mean,
I don't think it's
I
likely.
think it's more. It would be. I think that's an interesting question. What band would it need to be to be able to do that?
I think
Like,
Polyphia's
but
the I think Polyphia's the only one that came close, but there's something about it that just doesn't hit exactly right. I don't know.
I'm not
I like
the
them.
biggest.
I listen to them, but
Yeah,
it's
it's nice to listen to, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm not like a big fan necessarily because it's like it's too niche. It's very so like I think why they popped off is just like the novelty of like a trying to revolutionize how we play guitar, and he does like in some senses, but at the same time it's
But
for me it's very
it's also the
very like
it's also the pop aesthetic that they use.
mm, yeah, look, and yeah, they're good at that too. Yeah, for me the whole thing comes off like it's too one dimensional. So like I need something to spice it up. But yeah, like I
Well, I mean,
haven't listened to the whole stuff.
most metal bands are one-dimensional, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I don't know, like I mean I barely even feel like Polyphia for me is that is actually metal, but I mean it probably is.
I mean,
It's probably like
what would you call it then, if not
it's to me it's
math rock, maybe?
yeah, something like that. It's because I mean the actual
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is more math
the
rocky.
vibe of it is very the
It's
energy
more
of it is different.
it's more like math rock than metal. You are right. Yeah.
I would say it's at that some sort of sweet spot between like jazz and metal. Um, he's also like they don't use a lot of distortion,
No, you're right. You're
and
right. That was one of the
yeah,
one of the things I was thinking of now when I said
mm.
math rock instead. Yeah.
And it's also about like what it makes you do. Like I feel like I could meditate while listening to Bolivia. Where and again, like true metalheads can listen to metal all the time, but personally, I'm not that way. I
Yeah.
have times when I want to listen to certain kinds of music.
Yeah.
Throughout my day, I'll
Yeah,
listen
for
to like
sure.
a couple of different things. So like,
Like, I mean,
yeah,
for
for
me,
me,
if I'm gonna listen to metal, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna put on Static X. Like, it's just that easy.
yeah,
I think Static X is more interesting than most metal bands that are out now. I don't listen to their
you're a
new.
big,
I don't know if they have new music, but I listen to all their old stuff.
yeah, yeah, you're a big Static X fan.
Dude, I
I'm,
got into
I'm,
them like a
I,
year ago. I've always known about them.
yeah,
I've had like a peripheral interest in them. But when I started to really pay attention, oh man, it's so good.
yeah,
They're one of the best at blending electronic and like live instrumentation.
yeah, yeah. No, I do appreciate that. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, like,
And I also just
we
love
may as well.
that they classify their music not as metal but as evil disco.
Evil disco. Yeah, yeah. So have you checked out any Sleep Token? Because maybe I have a feeling you might like them.
I really like the summoning. That song is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard that song.
they're
Have
probably
you?
one of the best like mainstream metal bands out there. I haven't dug enough into their music to know if they're really doing anything interesting. Well, that song was pretty interesting. I like the switch up at the end where it turns into like an R&B song.
On
This
the summoning.
the summoning, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah, for
only
sure.
song. It's the only song that I know.
Yeah, I know a handful of songs by Sleep Token and a handful of songs by Spiritbox. So like, for instance, but Sleep Token got nominated for Emergence, so maybe check that one out because a lot of Sleep Token stuff is very much genre bending, and their vocalist, in my mind, the essentially the appeal of the vocalist's tone is essentially that he's like an R&B vocalist with those like that smoothness, and then I guess it's again like to me Token is very mellow metal,
Yes.
if you like it. I mean,
I understand that,
so
yeah. But also,
I could do something pretty relaxed.
when you talk about that, right? Those how can I say characteristics that you just described of Sleep Token, which all sound awesome to me. But when I hear those characteristics, it just makes me want to listen to Mr. Bungle, or Mr. Bungle, or Faith No More, because they do all those things. Mike Patton is probably the greatest metal vocalist of all time, and those bands, especially Mr. Bungle, are some of the most insane genre-bending bands of all time. I mean, have you ever heard "Sweet Charity" by Mr. Bungle? It's insane. It's like this smooth, you can imagine like a rich guy in like a seaside hotel listening to this song, and then the next song is like speed metal, you know?
Yeah. I don't. I'm looking him up.
He also did all the voices of the zombies in Left 4 Dead.
That's pretty cool. He's quite an intense-looking individual.
He's a very intense person.
Has
Oh,
he?
yeah.
Has he? He looks like he's. I think I've seen him do like a cameo in a movie or something.
I wouldn't be
His face
surprised.
is familiar.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has. He does look like an actor.
So I have Okay, so just to wrap it up then. Yeah. So, but what I do want to do is maybe recommend a good metal band for you to check out, so that you
Alright.
don't, because I feel like maybe I've been. The thing is, right? I'm not actually one of those guys that is very good at actually ever recommending music to friends, sharing playlists. I've always just raked it in and just enjoyed the benefits of having other friends do that for me and just like send me shit and Spotify playlists and stuff. But like, I never actually do that. I never actually make any effort to share good stuff. So, and I often assume that you know things. I assume that you know about all the things, but like it's, I mean, it's all about the feed. Sometimes you don't, nothing pops up just because
Yeah, it just
uh,
doesn't come
of
to you
the
for whatever
the
reason.
because of the algorithm overlords, you know. But like, I'll just give you one good band to look up, and they're like pretty big. They're on the up. They're getting into that like festival tour sort of big Europe, you know, like global festival kind of lineups. You know what I mean? So they've just got into the big leagues or whatever, and it's called Bloodywood.
I
You
have
should.
heard the name, but I don't think I've
So
heard any music from them.
so it's a fun band. Like, I mean, I'll give you one song to listen to, and then you must check out a couple more because they're all good. But I'll just give you one so that you know where to look. So listen to the song Tadka. Tadka.
Alright,
It's literally spelled Tadka.
cool, I'll check
You
it
can
out.
listen to it whenever, but yeah, it's just a song about it's a song about spicy food, and good
Alright,
food.
sounds
It's
interesting.
and then their music videos are fucking great. Like, another thing about most of my, like, any band that I'm like gonna recommend, they probably also just generally put a lot of effort into the music videos. Because for me, it's like the, you know what I mean? Like, either I enjoy the song for what it is, and that's that, you know, end of the story. Or if I'm looking at something, it has to be entertaining. It has to be a good music video.
Right.
Generally, their music videos are great.
Another
But yeah,
another
man, that
really another really good metal band, but this is like an older band, is Veil of Maya. That's a great band.
hell of mine. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check them out. I don't know of them.
It's very different.
How old?
I think early 2000s.
Yeah.
Let me see. Veil of Maya, 2004, around then.
Hmm. Yeah, dude, I'm actually like, I honestly
Oh wait,
like.
no wait. Veil of Maya is the name of the album. What was the name of the band? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can never tell with
'cause
metal
here,
bands if it's the
yeah,
name of the band or the name of the album.
because here I'm seeing
Right.
something different. Cynic. Cynic is the name of the band. Veil of Maya is a song of theirs that I just really like.
Sonic. Okay, cool. But yeah, man. So yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh yeah, so you're saying Cynic is the name of the band?
Yeah. It's the album is Focus and the song is Veil of Maya. Very good.
Cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, so you know what I actually wanted to also like discuss is, does, and like you don't, we don't have to like keep, like, you can cut this from the episode, but like, I'm just curious, like, with with modern music today, are there any artists? I mean, I can maybe suggest one or two, but there's very few artists of any genre that are like actively radical and like um their music can be, you know, categorized as a protest song or something like that.
I can
Like
think of Kneecap. That's probably the one.
Kneecap.
Yeah, yeah, they're an Irish electronic band.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of their lyrics are in like Gaelic and stuff as well.
Interesting.
Mm.
Gaelic protest music.
Yeah, I don't know how much like protest stuff there is in their music, but I know in terms of their personas, definitely like getting kicked off of a bunch of festivals for denouncing the IDF in a very public manner.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Exactly that kind of thing. Yeah, but I mean, like, who in the past, that kind of, that that's what you'd expect of alternative music, right?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
never really mainstream, never really pop music. I mean, there was some pop musicians over the years that may have had their moments, but those weren't necessarily, that wasn't their full career. That's not what their music was about.
Yeah, but generally with pop, you're trying to cast as wide a net as possible, you know. So you're not gonna
Mm,
do too much to make the audience uncomfortable.
yeah. So what would you say that who today is there has the mantle been like placed on any particular genre at this point to uh, to actually like create music that might, you know, be revolutionary or something? Like, is that just a dead art form at this point? Is that not what music can do? Can we no longer
I mean, it's supposed to
can we,
be it's supposed to be
like,
hip hop, right? But I don't know if that phase has ended already.
I mean, I don't want to, like, that's really, I'd love to know more, but like from what I can see at this point, like it's kind of diminishing across the board.
I do
Like
think
it's
so,
no
yeah.
longer like you know,
There's
the
not a
hope
lot of
was
public enemies and NWAs and
yes,
things like that
exactly.
anymore.
The hope was for hip hop to take that and make it something, and I really felt like that could be that they probably had the best chance.
Yeah.
But I don't know anymore, man. I don't know what the state of popular artists and stuff.
I
It's
mean, it'll probably be
messy.
whatever unimaginable Lovecraftian genre is awaiting us next, you know? We don't know. We have no idea what the next big
Do you
sound is going
think
to be.
do you think it's good, the big next big sound will be that different, or will it not just be like a mashup of a bunch of things?
Well, I mean, it's going to be that for a while. I don't know if we're going to live to see the next big sound because it does kind of seem like we're stuck in a loop of just mashing genres at this point. But I mean, technically, all the previous big sounds came out of mashing genres too. But now it's more like this like modular synthesis, you know, where it's like you stick one part, you stick it together, you can pull them apart, you can reattach them. It doesn't like form this whole new substance like hip hop, like rock and roll, like metal did. But I do think it's going to be something that we can't even fathom because that's what all the previous
Yeah.
ones were.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard for me to believe that there's something completely unknown around the corner. I don't. I want that, but
Yeah, but what do you
it's
think?
hard.
What do you think your great great grandfather thought when rock and roll came around? You know, he probably thought the same thing.
True, but I'm
They
so
thought they
much.
thought music was going to sound like Engelbert Humperdinck forever.
Yeah, but I'm special and I'm completely evolved to completion. And I know I have a master's degree in musical, uh,
So you should be able to
musical.
see the you should be able to see the landscape.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm an expert. But yeah, I kind of assume it would all become very, um, like ambient and maybe industrial with like just essentially like what we describe as like sounds, you know, and less vocals, maybe more you know, because if you're picking a language, I don't know, like it feels like it's a in the future, in the distant fucking future, people are like they don't do they even speak English? No,
Yeah.
they probably don't. They speak a combination of English and Chinese or something. Like, you know what I mean?
They
Like
speak like
it's
Proto-Valerian or some shit.
yeah, like they've completely reinvented the dictionary and like language has completely been reinvented and whatever. So like so it wouldn't be a language. People would just scat essentially. So I think the future of music is techno scatting. Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like the meaning of the song is transmitted to your brain without sound.
Yes.
Like
Maybe
you turn on the music and you just start feeling things.
it plugs directly into your neck,
Yeah.
straight into your hypothalamus. So
Yeah.
it's right there in in your frontal cortex, telling you what to feel, so that you know the lyrics of the song. Why would you look up the lyrics after the song? You need to listen to the song and see the lyrics
No,
projected
you're
into
not.
your eyeball.
You're not hearing or seeing anything. It's literally just you just start feeling whatever. So you put on like an emo song and your wrists just start like bleeding spontaneously. You get like stigmata.
You just become the subject of the song's lyrics.
Yeah,
You just experience the narrative
yeah, yeah.
of the song.
Yeah, you listen to like an old like classical music number and you suddenly get syphilis.
Yeah. You listen to like uh Simon and Garfunkel's silent what was it? Sound of
Sound of
Silence.
silence.
And you literally feel what it's like to be paint drying on a wall. Like you just like it's a person just you become a person alone in a room of wet paint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You listen to you listen to Black Flag and suddenly you don't have any friends anymore.
Black Flag, they were like
Hardcore.
like an emo band or
No,
something.
they were a hardcore punk band. It was Henry Rollins,
Oh,
the, mo-
Black
the
Flag.
most
Yeah.
unlikable man alive.
Yeah, that dude. Like I didn't know his band's name, but I know him. Like I know Henry Rollins is a piece of work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think he's like mentally unwell.
Oh, that's
Like this,
100%.
I don't know what the story is, but I think he's got like bipolar or something.
Yeah. Hey, Black
You
Flag is
know.
cool though. I enjoy Black Flag. I haven't listened to all their music, but My War was pretty good.
He's the guy that was like who's one of the only people that was shitty to Nardwar
Yes,
in the
dude.
interview.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
There was him, and there was also Blur. They were really shitty to him too.
I've seen interviews with him where he's calm, so I think he has like some sort of switch. What I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
yeah.
bipolar, but it's like
But
some
he
sort of
also,
mood
I think
disorder.
he doesn't take well to being like, he probably felt like he's being toyed with, and he's very like, you don't fuck with me, man. You know?
But he's also like started fights with his own band members during the
Yes.
performance, and it's
Yes.
like,
He's
why?
extremely
Why would you?
volatile.
Why would you sabotage your own fucking gig, you idiot? But just sort it out in your own time, in your, you know what I mean? Like that to me is like be punk, be all fuck you, but don't like people
Sabotage
paid to
yourself.
see you,
And yeah, don't.
that's their night, and now you're just having your little tantrum. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like fuck.
that's not very punk. That's very Axl
That-
Rose.
That's it. Like it's like there's a fine line, obviously, between punk, which would be like honorable expressions of anarchy, I guess,
And then just
and
being
what
a
he's
spoiled
doing,
brat, like shitting your
which is
diapers.
just being a little brat. He's just fucking pissing his pants instead. And so, because he was probably high or something, and
No,
whatever he thought the guy
I
did,
think he's straight edge. Yeah? I don't think he's done a drug in his life.
down.
And
Well,
he's
then,
like
then
that.
he's a real asshole. He's a fucking asshole.
He's just
man.
like that naturally, dude.
natural asshole gene. Yeah. But wasn't he in Jane's Addiction?
No, that's Dave Navarro.
Isn't he also like a big problem?
Yeah, yeah, him and Perry Farrell, both of them, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking it was the same guy.
No, no, no. Very different, very different.
Yeah. But cool, bro. Yeah, man. That was fun, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Good. We'll chat soon.